Pot Awful and Stevie Lou were getting after old Nick a little bit. You know, Nick kind of makes it easy. Nick responds to people with like 5 followers on Twitter. I mean, look, man, once you can admit to people you did what we all say you did, I mean, as Alex Jones would say, it's documented, it's proven. In your home, in your care, your child tested positive for ingesting and metabolizing cocaine. It's not a rumor. It's not a myth. It's not a lie. You were responsible. It happened. You possessed the drugs. It's your fault. You can come back from that, but the clock starts on coming back from that once you admit it. So he was making fun of Worski during this whole Ethan Ralph thing, which didn't age very well. And he said, something, Coach Red Pill's dead. Andy Worski's still alive. And then he said, I tried to kill myself, which is more, S-word baiting. Give sympathy. And, the poor guy, I kind of feel bad for him because he had to go like bowing down to Melton just to get a little sympathy. Because if he goes outside that bubble, and that is a bubble of remarkably stupid people. I mean, the word sheep doesn't cover it. Anytime you go outside that world, everyone else just kind of looks down on him and thinks they're all garbage. He had to go to that. Because the minute he steps out of that, everyone just starts going, you fucking cokehead, you fucking drunk, you addict, you got your kid high on coke, you blah, 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 this, that, and the other thing. And it's just a nightmare for him. So he's found one place, and it's a guy who has weird sexual thoughts about children. That's the one guy he could go to. And so now he goes on Twitter and he starts fighting with people again. There's no reason to fight with people on Twitter. They don't matter. They don't affect your life at all, or at least they shouldn't. So he goes on there and starts calling people liars. He starts calling people liars for his kid testing positive. Well, your kid tested positive. You knew the kid was going to test positive. You said to the judge beforehand, if my kid tests positive, by the way, it's fucking weird. Yeah, I'll say. And then he lied. This one pissed me off. He lied again about leaving a bullet of cocaine. It fell out of his pocket, and he left it right next to my, at the time, 4-year-old daughter. That is a true story. That 1,000% happened. I'm the one who found it and picked it up. And since he keeps lying about this story, I will go into greater detail. He left it there. I showed my wife at the time. My wife at the time just went upstairs. Didn't check on the kids, didn't do it, just went upstairs. Just boop, went in the bathroom. And I'm fucking angry. I send a text and I say, everybody get the fuck out of my house. Now, when I say everybody, I obviously don't mean April. April lives there. She goes, I can't believe you would kick. She made it about herself. Anytime there's anything that might make her look bad, she turns it so she can be a victim. And I didn't want to tell this part of the story, but since someone keeps lying, April goes, I can't really kick me out of my house. So I'm trying to explain to a person who's high on cocaine, no, you live here. I'm talking about everybody else. Get the fuck out of my house. This is over. This is done. April stays upstairs, doesn't come check on the kids, anything, nothing. She stays upstairs. Me and the kids and a couple other people, we start playing a board game, start having a good time, whatever. I'm coming down from it a little bit. And, other people, everyone else in the house leaves except April, myself. I go to bring the kids back, to drop them off with their mother. And I'm still just fucking pissed. Beforehand, I have a fight with April because April feels I didn't pay enough attention to her afterwards. April feels like I kicked her out of the house, which I should have. I mean, at that point, that should have been it. I should have said I should have meant her. I should have kicked everybody out. I should have filed paperwork that day. I was a couple months late on that. That's my failure. That's on me. That's my mistake. But she gets mad that I didn't pay enough attention to her when all this happened. When it comes to something like that, being left around my kids and that happening to my children, maybe because she's not a parent and she doesn't have her own kids, she doesn't understand this. You get tunnel vision. You get tunnel vision. You go, I'm fucking pissed. This is only about my kids and I now. And so April and I have a fight about that. I come back And drama, coke, coke addicts, coke addicts, drama. I keep trying to explain. I didn't mean you. I wanted everybody else to get the fuck out of the house. She then locks herself in the bathroom and grabs a big knife and threatens to start cutting herself. She found a way to make a kid having a bullet of cocaine that Nick left next to the child. She tried to find a way to make that about herself and to try and get sympathy for it. It was fucking disgusting. That, you know what? Now that I bring that up again, that should have been it. That should have been the last day. I hung in there for probably another 6 to 8 weeks after that. And that should have been it. And by the way, let me tell you, that scenarios like that, when people are all addicted to cocaine and you're not, that scenario played out a lot. That wasn't the last time some shit like that. It was always drama. I've told you that before. Every day, fucking drama. Somebody's drama. And it all centered around the people who are getting high are never doing anything wrong. And how dare anyone say they're doing anything wrong? Oh my God. Was it a fucking nightmare? So him lying about that, I was just like, all right, enough. Plus, you got to remember, he's got 5 years of probation coming up. He let that out. No drugs, no alcohol. Bro, if you're not honest with yourself, like, fuck strangers on the internet. If you're not honest with yourself, you're going to relapse and you're going to have big problems and you're going to go to fucking prison. That's just it. So lie to me, lie to the world, lie to the internet. I don't care. You lie to yourself, kiss it all goodbye if you haven't already. So that happens. And then Jesse P.S., as Nick is ranting about Ralph and Worski and all this stuff, Jesse P.S. tweets, who did more coke in the last year, Worski or your daughter? I had to retweet that one. That was fucking brutal. Oh my God, was that bad? And then my boy Stevie Lou jumps in because two people were tweeting at Jesse and they accused Jesse of sweeping for Aaron because he made a really funny joke. And he just tells these two people, he goes, is Aaron in the room with you right now? Like, what's with your weird Aaron obsession? Like, a lot of people have this, like this Moody's Toilet Guy and others. They just have a weird Aaron obsession where no matter what anyone else says, it's got to come back to Aaron somehow. I mean, I'm honored, but at the same time, you're gay. Just thought you should know so you could talk to your parents about it.